Yay, Flosstube! I have flags. It's great. Welcome. This is Kate here of Colorblind Cross Stitch. It is currently July 2nd, so I'm a day late, but Canada Day was yesterday, July 1st. It was Canada's 150th birthday, so we have 150 flags. So yeah! Yay! And I live in the nation's capital, so I thought that, you know, we should have a tiny Flosstube Canada celebration. Because yay! Okay, I'm done. So yes, today is July 2nd. Yesterday was Canada Day. Canada is 150 years old as of yesterday, so happy belated Canada Day to everyone watching. I was out all day yesterday at the Canada Day celebration, which is why I am recording today, and today is Sunday, July 2nd, because I was not in at all yesterday. I spent the day downtown Ottawa, because like I said, I live in the nation's capital, so like Parliament Hill and the Parliament buildings are like a half an hour walk, basically, half an hour, 40 minutes or something. So we saw, there was, I guess, Prince Charles and his current wife, second wife, Camilla? I don't know. The one he married after Princess Diana died. I don't keep up that much with the royals. He was there and had a nice carriage ride with like a fancy Mountie honor guard, which was kind of cool, mostly for the fancy Mountie honor guard, not so much for the carriage with the royals in it. I guess maybe the Queen herself couldn't come, but they sent like the second biggest royal. That was the morning, the royals and their Mountie bodyguard. And then we went, there was some stuff happening in like the local parks. Actually yesterday too, not yesterday, Friday, because today is Sunday. But yeah, there was a little bit of stuff happening Friday, like pre-Canada Day, and there was a whole bunch of stuff happening Canada Day. We spent most of it actually on Parliament Hill itself. There was a huge like line to get in. There was like a big security check. I mean, the security check itself wasn't that big. It was like a bag check and like one of those like wavy scanner wands. I suppose because they've had, you know, recent terror attacks in like London and Manchester. That was only like last month or so, so they sort of upped security, and like because there was going to be so many people, because there were a lot of people. So we spent most of like the afternoon and evening on Parliament Hill because they had concerts, like speeches, concerts, kind of things from like prominent Canadians. And then I was super lazy all day. I'm still drinking my coffee because I got up. I woke up at like noon and then like laid in bed for like an hour and a half. It was great. So it's like 2:15 or something. I'm still drinking my coffee. Don't care! I was lazy and it was wonderful. Okay, that's the end of my coffee. So yeah, and then the evening there was like a big concert. It's actually kind of cool because the big concert was like actually emceed by Prime Minister Trudeau and his wife, and so the concert itself was slightly shorter, I think, than it was originally slated to be because they had to pause for about an hour due to the weather. It was raining buckets when we woke up, but it stopped raining by the time we like got ready to leave, which was good. So it stayed, actually, the rain stayed off most of the day, but then the evening we had there was a downpour for like a few minutes, and then it just kind of like kept raining on and off throughout the entire evening. I kind of got the worst of both worlds because I got too much sun during the afternoon. I am kind of sunburned on like my arms and my ankles, probably my neck, because it was one of those days where it was like not just really sunny, it was like cloudy and sunny, and so there was like sun coming through the clouds. And so when it was like, and then for the portions of the day when there was actual sunlight, like really strong sunlight, I had my umbrella. I mean, I had my umbrella because I was expecting rain because it was raining this morning, so I was able to like hide under my umbrella. But I think it was one of those days where like, you know, when it was partially cloudy, like there was still like sunlight coming through the clouds, so I still managed to burn, which sucks. And then in the evening it rained, so then I spent most of the evening damp. So that part kind of sucked. The concerts themselves were pretty great. Like, the evening concert was actually, like, really well done. Could have done without the panic attacks, but, you know, the rest of it was good. All the parts where I was calm, it was great. Yeah. I don't like crowds. I don't do well with, like, really tight crowds, and there was a lot of people. So As long as I wasn't too squished, I was fine. Like at one point, this like group of people just like pushed past everyone to get to like close to the stage and dick move, even if it hadn't set off a panic attack. But yeah, that was not super fun. The rest of the concert was great though. The hour-long wait, less so. But it was really, like when they put on the show, it was really good. There was like Walk Off the Earth, which we saw, actually, my person and I saw them like a couple years ago, I think. They're super good in concert. They're super good. But then like, they're like, everyone only like played one song because they had like a dozen artists or something. Some of them I didn't know. There was like a country guy that I didn't know and like a couple of French people that I didn't know. But yeah, Walk Off the Earth played something. There was a dude whose name I can't remember, who is apparently like a really famous YouTuber now because he's like does this like a cappella thing where he like records himself over and over and over and then sings to himself. What's funny about that is when I was in high school, there was like a little, like our high school had a little recording studio. Some of the students put together a band, and so because they had gotten this sort of like recording studio set up, they actually recorded a CD. Some songs were covers, some were like ones they'd done themselves. I don't remember if they were any good, but one of the things they did was like one of the Backstreet Boys songs, and it was like the Backstreet's back, alright! And one of the drummer, who also had a really good voice, he recorded himself singing that in like 6 different harmonies and then like layered it over himself. So it was all him singing, but like in like 6 different, like as 6 different people, which was kind of cool. That's what this YouTube guy reminds me of, except he was like, had like a vocoded, I don't know, that thing that makes your voice weird, backing beats and things, but he was actually really good. And then there was a French person whose name I can't remember, who actually sounded really good. I would like to find, I gotta look at like the list of artists and see who they are so I can like find their music. And then there was one song which I know that I know, and it's actually a really good song. I actually quite like it, but I was having a panic attack through most of that song, so all I caught was the end of it, because through the rest of it I could not concentrate on the music. And I got to the end of it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I like that song, damn it! Too busy panicking! Ah! And right after that, actually, so I have some videos and some photos which I will show you, because apparently that's becoming a thing. I'll throw those in at the end, even though I've just spent the past however long just talking about Canada Day, and not actually about cross-stitching, which is what you're here for. I'm almost done though, because the last thing was fireworks, and that was cool. We left partway through because I knew that there was going to be super crowds. I mean, because even when Canada isn't turning 150, the Ottawa like Parliament fireworks are always like really big, and there's just like, it's super crowded. I went like 1 year myself to see the fireworks because I had happened to be, I'm walking distance, right? So I can just go. And I happened to be in Ottawa that year. Usually I'm off visiting family for the weekend, but we'd gotten back Canada Day itself, so I went and saw the fireworks. And I just remember, like, at the end, it was lots of squish. It was not super fun getting out of the park at the end of the, I mean, the fireworks themselves were really cool, but like getting home and getting out of the crowds was super not fun. And so I was like, okay, and the crowds are going to be like twice that because Canada 150, so let's, you know, leave a bit early. So we kind of saw them as we were walking. We still got in a bit of crowd, but that's fine. And then that was Canada Day. And I think that might be my person who was on his way back. Yes. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Say hello to the camera.
Oh. Hi, camera.
You're not in the camera, because I was just recording a video because I didn't do it yesterday, because I didn't do it yesterday. And I'm, like, almost done. I got distracted talking about Canada Day, because Canada Day was super fun.
Happy Canada Day.
That's my person. I'm just going to show you the stitching I did this week, which is the only actual thing I have to show you, and then we'll be done for real. My person's just going to stare at me. They're distracting.
Nope.
Okay, anyway, this is all I worked on, because I was busy doing Canada Day stuff.
Ooh, that's a good Kefka.
Yeah, well, he's only part of a Kefka. So I did Bowser. Bowser's kind of covered by my hoop right now. There's Bowser and Kefka. So Bowser's covered by my hoop. He's black, and there's some white in there. Bowser took longer than I thought he would, and the white was like all confetti-y. That was annoying. And then there's Kefka, part of Kefka. So that's literally all I got done. This piece of fabric is still ginormous. My Christopher is being distracting. I'm not going to mention what he's doing, because this is a family-friendly camera. Maybe it's less family-friendly now. But, okay, that's it. That's my stitching. That's my everything. This is my distractifying person. He's actually wonderful normally. What do you have in your pockets? They look really huge.
An orange.
Oh. It's orange. It's in his pockets.
This one.
There's just this giant bulge in his pocket. Okay, and so yes, Canada Day was.
It's
Oh
an
yeah,
orange.
see, it's an orange. I feel like that there is a joke about like, is that an orange in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Ah, I'm funny. Okay, I'm done now. So yeah, I will talk to you next week. Everyone have a wonderful week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for comment, like, subscribe if you want to do all that fun stuff. That'd be cool. And I will talk to you next week.
Like and subscribe.
Bye!
Like and subscribe.
Bye!
Like and subscribe.
Say bye!
Like and subscribe.
You're not helping!
Goodbye.
If I could read your mind, Lord, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind in a drugstore would sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be. The heroes often fail. You won't read that book again, because the ending's just too hard to take.
Le cirque du soleil! kept the hip in their hearts. And we could not think of a more Canadian band to help us finish off this amazing evening.
Let's welcome back Quiet, Quiet, Quiet. We know you know the words, so please join us as we sing Ahead by a Century.
We love you, Canada!